Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What a wonderful weekend for us in our household. Goodness, I mean, where do I even begin? We had family in all weekend, and so it was kind of like we put your life on hold and spend time with them, which I was so happy to do. We had breakfast out and had lunch out and had dinner together Saturday and Sunday, and went shopping, and I don't know, I just enjoyed it so much. It was my grandmother, my uncle and his family, and even my mom and dad and my sister, I know, and my little nephew. I actually don't see them probably more than once a week, which is crazy because we all live within like 5 miles of each other. So it was just so good to spend time with family. And of course, the big news in our household is that all 3 of my kids got baptized yesterday morning, and it went wonderfully. I'm just laughing a little bit because Emma said she felt a little bit cheated because when Scott was able to baptize them, and when he put her in the water, like all her hair got wet, but I guess like the top of her face didn't get all the way under the water. So she said she felt a little cheated. Not that she wants to do it again, but we were just kind of laughing at that. But yeah, it was a very, very moving morning. I mean, just when Scott and Emma went first, so when Scott and Emma got in the baptismal, I mean, it was just, I mean, the video hadn't even started or anything. It was just moving just to see the 2 of them together up there. It was almost too much for me to handle. And that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about this morning, and just kind of what was on my mind. Of course, that is on my mind because it was such a big weekend. And the reason that obviously it's something that you want for your children, but I don't know, it just felt like in that moment, just a huge answer to prayer. We have been pushing, both of my girls have testimony that they accepted Christ and believed in Him at a very, very young age, and they've just been kind of growing since then. And so we were waiting for them to kind of make the decision to actually get baptized, because 4 and 5, I don't think they really understand what all that means. So we were, by the time they were 10 and 12, we were kind of pushing them to don't you want to get baptized and all this. And it was starting to become a kind of a pressure point in our house, and they would joke, we're like, oh, baptism's coming up, Mom and Dad are gonna bug us about doing it. And finally just had somebody just say, if you see growth in your children, just like back off and just pray about it and let them make the decision. And that's what we did. And so it'd been a couple years, and Emma popped up and one day, and she's like, didn't you sign me up for that baptism class? I was like, no, because you didn't say anything about it. And she was like, well, next time it comes, sign me up. And so I was like, okay. And then once Emma, Lexi and Jacob had also been talking about doing it for a while, and once they saw that Emma signed up, then the 2 of them signed up. And so it's kind of weird that all 3 of the kids did it together. It's a little suspicious. It's not like we signed them up like, you have to get baptized. It wasn't really like that. It was actually, in fact, very opposite, that we had really taken our hands off of it and just really have been praying about it. Anyway, and so as they were getting baptized, it was a little overwhelming because I just really felt like the Lord is saying this, like in this exact moment you are experiencing a prayer being answered. And it was almost overwhelming to me. I kind of almost lost it, and I kind of, just had to, okay, calm down. And so it was a very moving experience, and just really seeing God really answer a prayer in my life that I've been praying for many, many years. And and where my thoughts went, and where I want to talk a little bit this morning, is He reminded me that He has promised also that He's coming back for us. And He just reminded me, He said, Amy, I keep my promises. I am faithful. I keep my promises. I am faithful. And one of the things that He has promised us is that He is going to return and make all things new. And so that was what was on my mind this morning, since yesterday. And I just wanted to read a little bit of Revelation this morning. This is Revelation 22:12. Behold, I am coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give to everyone according to what he has done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Blessed are those who wash their robes, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may go through the gates into the city. Outside are the dogs, those who practice magic arts, the sexually immoral, the murderers, the idolaters, and everyone who loves and practices falsehood. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to give you this testimony for the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. The Spirit and the bride say, come, and let him who hears say, come. Whoever is thirsty, let him come, and whoever wishes, let him take the free gift of the water of life. And so, those first couple words, man, behold, I am coming soon. And he wants us to be watchful and ready for him to come, because he's going to fulfill that promise to come back and get us. And so I think I didn't experience like his homecoming yesterday, but I felt like I experienced his faithfulness yesterday, and his and just his gift of mercy to answer prayers and to call my children to himself. And so I don't know, this morning I'm just kind of thankful and thinking about him coming back and answering prayers and being faithful. I don't know. So all of that was kind of in my mind. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So it is, the other thing I wanted to just share is that after Friday, after we met here on Friday, we found out that Scott actually broke his arm. He was on Jacob's hoverboard Thursday and fell off, and we thought it was just bruised, and he ended up going to the doctor, urgent care, a couple urgent cares actually, and they figured out that he had cracked his bone right at his at the joint of his elbow, and so he's got this sort of cast thing on, but he's out for 2 weeks, out of work for 2 weeks. So he has actually gone to take the kids this morning because he's off, and we actually have to take my van to the shop also this morning because something's not working. So anyway, starting off this Monday really well. What a wonderful weekend. I hope your weekend was wonderful too. And I saw that Stephanie joined this morning, so good morning, Stephanie. And my grandma joined. Good morning, Grandma. We miss you already. Oh my goodness. What a great weekend with you guys here. So anyway, okay, Stephanie, such a powerful statement when they're baptized. Symbolic, really. I couldn't hardly keep it together when Brandon was baptized earlier this year. Yes, it's such a moving experience. Like, I think when anybody gets baptized, I cry like no matter what. And then, you know, when it's somebody you love and it's something you've been praying for specifically, it's just like a little overwhelming. I really could have went into a serious ugly cry. But it's wonderful no matter who is doing that. It is such a strong statement of faith. And, you know, I'm not one to believe that baptism saves you in any way. I think you can, you know, be a Christian without being baptized, but it's something that Jesus does command for us to do, and I think it is so symbolic of something that's happened on the inside. And anyway, yeah, very powerful moment. All right, well, guys, I guess I'm gonna go get my day started. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I just want you to remember that God is faithful, and no matter what you're praying for, He hears you, and He's gonna work it out with His plans. So you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you back tomorrow. Bye.